The school bell rang at exactly 3:15 p.m. Students poured out of the building in clusters, laughing, arguing, checking their phones, already halfway into the rest of their day. Among them was a 14-year-old boy named Daniel. He adjusted the straps of his backpack, nodded goodbye to a friend, and began the short walk home. It was a walk he had taken hundreds of times before. Daniel lived less than a mile from the school. His parents trusted the route. The neighborhood was familiar, safe, ordinary. Nothing about that afternoon suggested it would end any differently from all the others. But Daniel never made it home. At first, no one noticed. By 4:30 p.m., his mother assumed he had stopped somewhere, maybe to talk, maybe to play. By 5 o'clock, she checked his room. Empty. By 5:30, she began calling his phone. It rang and rang. No answer. As the sun began to sink, panic replaced patience. Friends were called. Teachers were contacted. No one had seen Daniel after school. No one remembered him getting into a car. No one recalled an argument. No one heard a scream. By the time police arrived, night had fallen. Officers retraced Daniel's steps, starting at the school gates. Security footage showed him leaving alone, walking calmly, his posture relaxed. No one followed closely behind him. No vehicle stopped beside him. No sudden change in direction. He simply walked forward and then vanished. 2 streets from Daniel's home, officers discovered something that changed the tone of the investigation completely. His backpack. It lay near an abandoned lot, placed upright, as if someone had carefully set it down. Inside were his school books, his notebooks, his lunch container. Nothing was missing. Nothing was disturbed. There were no signs of a struggle. No torn fabric. No blood. No drag marks. Just a backpack that looked like it had been gently removed from his shoulders. That detail haunted investigators. Because children who are taken by force don't usually stop to remove their bags. And children who run away don't leave behind the one thing they'd need most. Which meant one of 2 things was true. Either Daniel trusted whoever he met, or something happened so fast he never had time to react. The neighborhood was canvassed. Doors were knocked. Faces were studied. A few residents mentioned a car they didn't recognize, dark-colored, slow-moving, but no one could agree on the make or the plate number. Police looked into everyone. A neighbor with a criminal record, a construction worker passing through the area, a local shop owner who often spoke to kids after school. Each lead went nowhere. Search teams combed the abandoned lot, nearby woods, drainage areas, even wells. Dogs picked up Daniel's scent near the backpack, and then lost it completely. As if he had stepped into thin air. Days turned into weeks. Flyers covered street poles. His face appeared on the news. Tips flooded in, sightings in other cities, phone calls that led nowhere, false hope after false hope. His parents kept the porch light on every night. Daniel's room stayed exactly the same. His bed was made. His shoes sat by the door. His school uniform still hung in the closet. Months passed, then years. Investigators quietly admitted what no family ever wants to hear. The case had gone cold. But cold cases are only cold on paper. Because somewhere, someone knows what happened on that short walk home. Someone remembers a moment they didn't think mattered. Someone saw something strange and chose to say nothing. And Daniel? He would be 14 forever. No body was ever found. No arrest was ever made. No answers were ever given. Just a backpack, an empty road, and a question that still echoes through that neighborhood. How does a child disappear in broad daylight, without a sound, without a witness, and without a trace? That's a question no one can answer till today. Thanks for watching. If you found this case as chilling as I did, consider subscribing for more unsolved mysteries.